So here's something I did on Mother's Day. Is I posted this. I said, this Mother's Day, let's not forget about the kidnapped woman chained to a wall in China who was forced to have 8 children and then disappeared by the Chinese government because she was an embarrassment for them. Because she has disappeared.
Yeah. You remember Chain Woman?
Yeah. We talked about her before. We had whole shows dedicated to her. But for all intents and purposes, she's disappeared from public view. No one cares about her anymore. No one talks about her anymore. Within China, you can't talk about her. She has disappeared. Yes. Nobody knows where she went. Very shortly after the whole situation broke out, she disappeared and was never heard from again. Yeah. Okay? The guy who chained her up as a sex slave for however many years and had 8 kids with her and all that other nonsense, he finally got sentenced. He got 8 years, was it?
Yeah.
Like 8 years?
But that was only because it was in the public eye.
Yeah, only because it was in the public eye. But the village is still shut down.
Yep.
People can't go visit to see. So, it's typical, like, sweep it under the rug. Anyone who tries to talk about it, shut them up, and just, eventually people forget about it type of situation. Yeah. So I was just poking a little bit to raise some awareness. And I have never seen, in the longest time, I have never seen such a violent response to any of my tweets, because I tweet a lot. And most of the time, the Wu Mao know it's pointless to challenge me. They'll challenge me.
Don't give it views.
Yeah, if I go comment on someone else's tweet, they'll attack me there. But on my own tweets, they leave me alone. Not this time. They went ape. They were like, oh, yeah, what about America? Like, why are you talking about China? Why do you hate women from other countries so much? You sexpat, this racist sexpat, all this shit. Like, about...
Yeah, they were losing it.
Yeah,
and honestly...
Keep on virtue signaling losers, then. Right. Look at the white supremacists making up shit about China to grift. I'm not making that up.
Yeah.
This is a Chinese issue.
Welcome to disinfo, bro. Yeah.
So the whole point is... By the way, that poster that I shared was made by Chinese people who are deeply concerned about this. This is a Chinese woman. Yeah. Okay, this is a big problem in China. It affects Chinese people. It's not like it's weird. Like, how am I making up stuff about China?
You're arguing with the wall.
Yeah, here. I'm just saying, like, how am I a white supremacist racist by raising awareness for a problem in China for Chinese people?
For Chinese women.
If I was like, oh, screw every other race, and like, just me and myself
you're
and mine.
Not arguing with anything.
I know, I'm just saying it makes no sense, but they use all these buzzwords because they think it's going to help. Anyway, I haven't seen such a massive amount of pushback against anything, so it proves that it's an incredibly sensitive topic.
Yeah, you obviously picked a scab they really want covered up now. They did not like when I got super attacked when it first happened, and I did that whole live stream about it. Man, I got attacked, and this is obviously something they're now like, oh, well, it's over now, and then you brought the wound back up.
Guys, keep pushing at this chain woman topic.
Talk about it more.
Okay, talk a lot about it. I mean, it's kind of crazy. For instance, I looked at some of these guys. Okay, so one of the guys who kept, attacking me about this, his name is Peter Dahl. So I went to his Twitter, I clicked on his replies to see, who does he normally reply to? And he only replies to me.
Yep.
Every single one of his replies,
China has made accounts.
Every single one of his posts is only to attack me on Twitter. Yep. That's it.
Yep.
He's not interacted with anyone else. He's not ever posted anything to anyone else. It's only whenever I post, he comes and posts. Yep. And this is one of many. I'm not going to bore you with all this Twitter drama, but I went to look through all of them, and that's what I saw. Is that these are people that are literally made to attack me, and especially this chain woman thing set them off. Big time. So this is a big PSA out there. Remind the world about chain woman. Don't forget about her, because the Chinese government has almost completely successfully swept her under the rug.
Yep.
And that's not acceptable, and it's not okay. It's not okay to have people chained to the wall in the rural countryside where they're abused and used as sex slaves and whatnot. And this is happening in China, and it's not just an isolated case. It does happen. Yep. Human trafficking is a big deal in China, especially now with the shortage of men.
Yep.
Human trafficking from neighboring countries like...
Shortage of women?
Yeah, so shortage of women. I keep saying...
multiple times
maybe it's because I'm thinking shortage of, like reasonable men. You know what I mean? This is the shit that's being pulled off now with all the trafficking and stuff. But yeah, I do mean shortage of women, obviously. Yeah. So they traffic women in from Laos, Cambodia, Vietnam, all that kind of stuff, and sell them. And so it's a big deal. And that's the kind of issue that needs to be focused on, guys. So, yeah, just a reminder. Now, how about this?
I was shocked to see this.
Okay.
A TED Talk popped up on my radar. And a TED Talk about what the world can learn from China's innovation playbook. And it's from Ku Jin.
Yeah, I saw this. People were sharing this around and like...
and I was... Yeah, so I watched it. I'm like, what are you talking about? Tone deaf right now. This was literally Chinese propaganda. On TED. Not TEDx, not the separate one.
Yeah, on TED.
TED. Yeah. Official TED. And you know what's funny is after YouTube got rid of the downvote button, right, being able to see it, you don't know. So I was going through the comments. There was a lot of critical ones. Tons of Chinese people that were like, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah.
Right. Just play it for a little bit. I want to show you like just a little excerpt comment here. This has got a bunch of upvotes. Chinese woman, right? What are you doing?
No, it just went. You said play it, and it was just quick. Your slides are too fast.
You always say they're too slow.
Yeah. Well, you gotta have a balance.
Okay. Anyway. From Alicia Hong says, she's a daughter of a high-ranking government official. Her father, Chinese government official. Her father was a vice minister of finance in China. Her experience and interpretation of China has nothing to do with the 1.4 billion ordinary Chinese people.
Yeah.
Now, there are so many bot accounts, by the way, and this is not being one of them. This is looks like a very organic account, right? Or organic comment. A lot of them are like, good, she's telling China's story well. Like, it's straight out of propaganda playbook, right?
Of course.
But if you look at it, if you download a plugin, it actually will
show you the downvotes.
Show you the downvotes. Look, it's 1 point something K upvotes.
1.6K upvotes. Yeah,
it's more than half.
2.4K downvotes. Yeah,
like double the amount of downvotes. Because people watch this and they're like, "Are you kidding me?" Basically, the TLDR, too lazy didn't read, is this video is like China learned how to steal IP and now makes cheap stuff. So that's the future world model, and you should be happy with that.
I did watch it, and I remember it being just a fluff piece about China's...
offensive.
Yeah, exactly. It's a fluff piece about, China's economy and how great China is and all that sort of thing. And I find it very disingenuous, and I find it incredibly worrying that companies like TED platform Chinese propaganda.
It's Chinese propaganda.
It really is. You've got the daughter of a high-ranking Chinese Communist Party, government official going on there and trying to talk as if it's a personal story, you know, and this is great. And a lot of people take note of TED Talks, and a lot of really good people do TED Talks too, but they should screen this kind of shit out.
Well, I think it's okay if you're going to take all sides, but I'd like to see an opposing viewpoint. That's what I would like to see.
All right.
No, you can have whatever you want. Like a daughter of a Chinese government official is still a person that can talk. Sure. I don't give a shit. She can do whatever she wants.
Maybe forewarned.
Maybe forewarned, maybe a label saying this person is affiliated with the Chinese government.
Yeah, this person's dad is literally the finance minister of the People's Republic of China.
I don't want to, I don't want to attribute anyone to their parents what they do. I think that's completely unfair. I think, whatever, give her the platform, right? But allow and make sure someone is allowed to have an opposing viewpoint. Platform somebody with a differing viewpoint, because I bet there's a lot of people that would love to go on TED that have a different viewpoint that would absolutely love to bring out some statistics as to why this is not true and why this is not a sustainable global model for other countries. Yeah. And I think there's plenty of us that would love to make a speech like that on TED, but absolutely would never, ever get platformed on TED.
Of course not,
It pays to have connections, and I have a feeling, I just have a feeling deep in my heart that somebody that has favorable opinions of the CCP would get platformed more than someone that doesn't on TED. Well, I just have an opinion.
Just the track record of the people who have been speaking on there kind of proves that.
Sure.
We're talking about amusement parks here, and I'm telling you, there's nothing amusing about these parks. You know what I mean?
What the hell? This is a bad idea.
That's gotta hurt. Oh, look, this is awesome.
The slam!
Guys, you cannot trust amusement park rides or anything of that sort in China.